Hello everyone, it's day 5 and today we're going to talk about blood sugar control. And there's a few reasons for this. Keeping your blood sugars under control can help prevent insulin resistance, which can lead to type 2 diabetes. And there's a lot of other diseases that are associated with type 2 diabetes, like heart disease, cancer. It causes inflammation, bloating, swelling. Having your high blood sugars can lead to a lot of problems. Something called neuropathy, which is essentially your nervous system getting damaged and dying. Sign or symptom of that. Now, I don't want to scare anybody or freak anybody out. If somebody is a type 2 diabetic, then you're probably already aware of some of these symptoms and know to look for these. Would be tingling in your hands and numbness, starting to lose feeling and having pain in your hands and feet. There's something called retinal neuropathy, which is damage to your eyes. That's why a lot of type 1 diabetics, especially, years ago, 20 years ago, I had a friend that was type 1, and he ended up going blind, and it was just from having uncontrolled blood sugars, high blood sugars all the time. It does damage in your body. It also does damage to arteries, which is what starts the cascade of having arterial blockages and damage. It usually starts with having high blood sugars. I'm just trying to give you an idea of some reasons why it's important to this diet. I'll say right now, this diet will put down your blood sugars. It'll improve your blood sugars quite a bit. Blood glucose is what I'm talking about. If you're interested in testing blood glucose in yourself, which, I'm not a diabetic, I've never had issues that way that I knew of, but I wanted to make sure and I wanted to see where I was at. So I went and bought a blood glucose meter. You can get ones there's one called, I think it's Precision Extra Light, and it just uses such a it's called light because it doesn't need much blood. It's like just a fraction of a drop. And you can get a blood glucose reading that way and see where your blood sugar is, where it's at. If it is something that you already track, then, let us know where your blood glucose is and whether it's improved with a ketogenic diet. The other reason you want to keep your blood glucose down is blood glucose triggers insulin to go up. When your blood glucose goes up, which is caused from eating, again, carbohydrates, even in small amounts, your entire bloodstream only carries 1 teaspoon of sugar's worth of glucose. So 1 teaspoon in your entire bloodstream is all you have right now. So, what I'm saying there is it doesn't really take much at all to cause your blood sugars to be too high, and then insulin has to be triggered, comes from your pancreas and reduces your blood sugars because your body knows it's a toxin. And we talked about insulin yesterday. So, blood glucose going up is going to trigger insulin, which causes fat storing and locks your fat stores. You're not burning fat anymore when that happens. So it's important to keep your blood glucose down. It can take a while to, heal your body, to get insulin to come down, to get blood glucose to come down. But it does happen. Sometimes as quick as hours. It can take days. And for somebody that's a type 2 diabetic and has a lot of damage to their system, it can take weeks. And if you do have type 2 diabetes and you're following this diet, just since I'm on the topic, I'd like you to make sure that you're, talking to your doctor and you're tracking your blood glucose. It will go down, and if you're on medications, it can cause it to go too low. So, it's another thing to just keep in mind and be thinking about and be aware of. Keeping your blood sugar down is going to add years to your life. So it does relate to insulin in some ways, but it is separate in itself and it does cause damage itself. So I just wanted to address it separately. Thanks guys, have a good day, and don't have the cookie.